Welcome back to Walls Revived YouTube channel. I'm with Leanne. Ebert, she is the owner operator of Walls Revived. And today we want to talk about design. You help people with color. So using the elements in their room, finding the right color for the walls, for the trim and whatnot. Now, what about someone who is just unsure? They have a hodgepodge of, furniture and things in the room that don't really fit or match. How do you help someone in that scenario?
Right. Yes. Sometimes a fresh set of eyes helps, right? Because they're so used to their furniture and their decorations and whatnot. So I'm able to kind of edit out the things that shouldn't be there. It's like a staging thing. But just making it all work together. There's so many different styles. Like, I think you just kind of described like a eclectic boho kind of style. So like we can work with that, but you need a grounding element like an area rug or even just the paint color, right? To like just bring it all in together and make it work. So, I'm able to just kind of determine how to make it work.
Right. So using the furniture that they have, maybe rearranging or adding some pieces. So
For sure.
when it comes to adding some pieces, maybe it's a piece of art or an element on the table. How do you go about that process?
Well, of course, you work with what they have to begin with. And then you're like, what are we missing or what can we, tie it in together? And there's some fundamentals in styling. For example, like in a living room with your coffee table, right? Like you don't want an empty coffee table. You want something on it, but you don't want too much stuff. So there's like the fundamentals, the basics, right? And you don't want too much clutter in a room or not enough. It's just a balance that you have to find. Like you work with what they have. And if we need to make a quick stop to like the local Home Sense, which is a great store, affordable things. And we can just bring in a couple elements that make it work and make it complete. So
Make it pop.
that's right.
Nice. All right. So let's talk about maybe some wallpaper. So perhaps you can help people choose wallpaper, and it can work with either an area rug or whatnot. Like some people just don't have an eye for it. They can't see what it's going to look like. They can't picture it in their mind. How do you help people bridge that gap, right? Because it's tough.
It is tough. It starts with like a consultation. I go visit their house and just kind of see if they have a style, even just what they're wearing, right? Like if I show up and they're just wearing black and you're like, oh, okay, not much to work with here. But then we start with like questions, and I do get them to do a little bit of their own research. It has to start with them. So I just ask the right questions. Like, what inspires you? Do you want blank white walls, or do you want warmth, or, what are you attracted to? And then we kind of determine where to go from there. So oftentimes you might hear about it like a mood board, and that is just kind of like collecting ideas from what you see on the internet or maybe a friend's house, and tell me about it. Like, what were you attracted to in that situation? So,
okay. So you can really come in and consult with someone and help get that vision for the room of their house.
That's right.
Now, let's say they wanted to go beyond one room and do multiple rooms in a home. What process do you follow with that? Do you start with one, or do you try and, get everything together? Like, what's the best way to go about that?
You do want it to flow into each other. So like a general kind of like color scheme is always best. And you just kind of repeat a certain color that flows into the other rooms, or just make sure that it all kind of works out. Because you don't want like a bright yellow room and then like a muddy, dingy purple in another room. Like it just doesn't, it doesn't flow nice, right? So we want to do that strategically, right? So
Right. Make it cohesive and flow so it feels natural.
exactly, like it belongs to the same house.
Until you get to the basement, right? And
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
then you can do something completely different,
Yeah.
more resilient, I guess.
That's right.
Depending on what it's going to be.
Well, like a lot, oftentimes people ask me, they're like, I'm afraid of color. I just don't know where to start. A great place is in your powder room, like the little, the little bathroom you have on your main floor. We refer to a powder room, but yeah, you can experiment in there and have a pop of color or something, or wallpaper.
Nice.
Have a little fun.
Right on. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Leanne. This has been fun. And we're going to talk more about design in the future. But if you are interested in getting a design consultation, contact Leanne. She's happy to do so. Come out and get the ball rolling with a new design for your home. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next video.
See ya.